Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the Gamespective channel. My name's Rochelle and today we are playing a Life is Strange visual novel, a fan-made visual novel, may I add, called All Wounds. I think some of you may have heard of this. Actually, it's been out for quite a few months now. I'm kind of late picking it up and I finally have the motivation to do something else besides Overwatch. So basically, such as Love is Strange, which I did in this channel, this is a visual novel about Chloe and Max's adventure together after the events of the episode 5, which is, I think that was Sacrifice Bay. So, yep, Chloe survived and they left Arcadia. So this fiction novel, it's telling the story of Pricefield after all those traumatic events. So it's the storytelling, it's kind of going to be more pessimistic, sad to say. So unlike Love is Strange, which is more like lovey-dovey, cute, this is kind of more serious tone, and I think I like it because Life is Strange itself, it was a kind of M18 and it pressed on very sensitive topics such as, well, possibilities of being raped, murder, and yeah, all the things that happened to Rachel and Kit, I guess. And just like things like broken families and stuff. So I think it's very interesting to see the game being told in such a dark tone. I mean, something that is, yeah, I mean, we can find so many like fanfics that are like that are darker than the story itself, or maybe as dark. So I'm kind of interested to see what fans have managed to pull out of this. So anyways, I think we're all good to go. I think there's some actual soundtrack I'm hearing in the background. Who's that? Is that Jonathan Morales or something? I can't remember the name. Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna start. Well, look who's showing up again. I'm not really ready for voice acting today. If it isn't my best friend. Oh wow. Other Max. Oh, it's the evil Max, I guess. How'd you end up here this time anyway? You must be lost again. You do remember who I am, right? You're me, yeah. Good, we're not entirely lost then. Yet. Anyway, I know it's not pretty, but what we're going through, it has to be done if we're ever gonna get out of this mess. Which brings us to why the hell you're here. Let me guess. Still looking for those moments you want with your everyday heroes, huh? Like that's gonna freaking fix anything. Like you've done anyone any good with all of your mucking with time. But fine, whatever. We both know you always get to have your way, no matter what I do. That's kinda true. After all, I bust my ass off on those nightmares, and you still win. So she like created everything just to mess up with Max's selfish need to get everything to work her way instead of just leaving things to fate and destiny. I mean, you can't really blame her because she's trying to save her best friend. And I mean, you aren't even supposed to be here. By the way, if you guys remember when I played episode 5, I chose to sacrifice Chloe because I can't live with myself killing like more than 1,000 people who don't really deserve to die just to save my friend who is kind of an asshole. So yeah. I mean, I like Chloe, but yeah, it was a tough decision. But here you fucking are anyway, right? And here I am, stuck cleaning your temporal ass with cosmic baby wipes. So let's get you back to where you're supposed to be. Ugh, you look confused, as usual. You need me to explain what's up here, you idiot. Tutorial. I think I played other visual novels. I think I know what's going on. Oh ho ho, pat yourself on the freaking back, nerd. If you seriously know how this works, then how'd you freaking up your what? Anyway. Well great, whatever. Then get out of my face and do what you do best. Play games with people's feelings. Yeah. Oh, fourth wall. Okay. Chapter 2, version what? Mind red chatter. It has been said, time heals all wounds. The warmth had passed, things were colder that afternoon. Even the rays of the midday sun seeping through the truck's window, pressing against Max's cheek, it wasn't warm enough. Chloe's coat, encasing her, didn't seem to be helping her warm up either. Fuzzy, wispy vocals from an indie band she recognized but couldn't place a name of. Like me, I can't tell what the name of that band is. All it was doing was irritating her. Even Chloe's face seemed warmer than it ever had somehow, and yet Maxine couldn't bear to look at her as they cruised down the highway. Maxine still felt cold, still felt the stinging ice of raindrops pelting her face, wet hair clinging to her cheeks, damp clothes heavy on her shoulders, yet feathers compared to the real weight. Shadows and light tiptoeing around each other with caution. Voices shouting, screaming, yelling her name. Maxine felt so cold. She was having trouble remembering. In the panic of the tornado, the slamming rain, the fire sizzling through it all. Which people had she saved? No one, I think. Which people had she let live and which had she let die? Oh, I think they said that Kate actually went through suicide in this version. I mean, in the end, everyone still died, so yeah. Which people had she saved and unsaved? Some everyday hero she'd turned out to be. It was all a blur now, only a day later. Not a single rewind since. It felt like an eternity given the past week. I bet Max feels traumatized, realizing everything's her fault because she used her rewind power. Now she's gonna use it again. A week felt a hell of a lot longer than that. Max was having trouble remembering which people were still alive and which ones were dead. Her stomach lurched at this realization. The gut punch hit her right then. Yep, Kate died. Was Kate still dead? Oh, how would she still be alive? Oh god, Kate. You jumped and... I couldn't. Maybe I undid it? Reversed it? Or... did I? Must have been so fixated on saving Chloe, so muddled in time, she couldn't. She didn't even know it, even if Kate was still alive in this reality. She had no clue in that instant. Death had somehow lost its edge recently, because you've messed with it. That kind of happened when you could just undo it, and like mopping up milk with paper towel. Isn't it crazy? Sometimes I don't even think about it when I play the game, and you're like undoing someone's death. I spilled your fucking life on the floor. Dead and back again. Dead. Back again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. Yep. How many times had Max watched Chloe die by now? A few. More than a few. Hadn't Chloe shot herself by accident one of those times? Jesus. And Max had killed Chloe herself. One of those times. Yep, the chapter 4. What about Frank? How many times had she watched Chloe shoot him or watched Frank kill her? How many times had she watched Mr. Madsen get shot in that bunker? There's so many muck-up is that. And yet with Kate, she only had the one memory of that. Because she couldn't do anything. Because that's how things are supposed to be. You can't change things. And like, yeah, that was like, what? That's how powerless we actually are. Yes, she remembered now. A memory she'd sometimes get stuck in, her brain playing the rewind game without any magic. Kate jumped off that roof one time and it was over. Kate jumped off that roof and it was over. Kate jumped off. Kate jumped and it was one time off that roof. Over. That was reality, then, wasn't it? Shit was supposed to happen once. One time. And that was supposed to be it. Over. That was how reality worked. Sorry. So when you could mess around with that stuff, what the hell was reality anymore? That was why Max had to tear that photo, stop using her powers. Yeah, things really became messed up in that alternate weird place. That was like a dream, but maybe it wasn't. If she didn't stop, reality would cease to exist, wouldn't it? Or at least, a reality where she wasn't alone. No more photos of the past to toy around with. They'd all been left behind in Arcadia Bay. And Arcadia Bay was gone, freaking destroyed, more or less. Tearing that photograph of that butterfly, letting the tornado swallow it up. That had sealed things. No temptation to go back and try fixing shit. This was reality now, a reality where an entire town wasn't alive. I wonder if like Max actually sacrificed the pain and Chloe ends up dying anyway. How fucked up that would be. Eaten alive by a stupid fucking girl messing with things she couldn't have been. She shouldn't have been. Max wasn't going to play with time anymore. She decided that the moment she tore that last photograph in half, and yet, what if something happened to Chloe? What if Chloe was still meant to die? Yep. She'd rewind then, only then, not for anything else. Then maybe you kind of destroy another town. And doom some other town, yep, true some cosmic bullshit. This game is reading my mind. Wasn't one town enough? Who was she to be making decisions like that anyway? But if she didn't keep Chloe safe, then wouldn't it mean Arcadia Bay was in rubble for nothing? Max's shoulder shuddered a bit from the chill seeping up her spine. She warmed her arms and around her abdomen, nestling her head against the window of the car door. The trickle of sunlight hitting the glass paled in comparison to the chill. I think it was glass pane, I don't know how it's pronounced. She couldn't keep her eyes open. The voices from that horrible nightmare bubbled around in her brain. Wait, who was standing in front of her? Holy shit, are you serial? I'm you, dumbass. Or I'm one of many Maxes you left behind. What? No, not this nonsense again. Ha! Thought you'd seen the last of me, huh? Max, do you really think she has any feelings for us? It doesn't matter, she's like our friend. It doesn't matter. How the hell does it not matter? I love her, no matter how she feels. Okay, that's how it is. That's kind of an attitude that leaves you open, vulnerable. And we both know Chloe will take advantage of that. You're just another puppet, man. You're just so stupid. Why was Max's mind replaying this nightmare? It was all fragmented. Why even bother trying? You know you'll just screw everything up again. Chloe does a better job of guilt-tripping me than you do. Because you let her bully you. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. But you didn't do that homework. So you have to learn that the hard way, like Rachel. Yeah, Rachel. She didn't die because of Chloe. How can you be sure? Chloe didn't want anyone to die. Oh, okay. Just like how you didn't want anyone to die. You've left a trail of death and suffering behind you. You fucked up space and time for your precious punk Chloe. You think she's worth all that? Maybe not, but let's see. It doesn't matter. It's done, it's over. Yep, you can't really dwell in regrets in the past. This isn't over. Because you didn't want it to be. If you really wanted to, you could still undo it. Save everyone. Not everyone. Yeah, you've caught on. I guess the other Max is kind of like moral. Well, she just maybe so pissed at how selfish this Max is. Fuck shit, no, what? Chloe's voice was bleeding through the red and black haze. Max struggled to put herself back into the present. Right, the present. On that cliff in the rain, the tornado freaking destroyed that miserable town full of assholes. Fuck your selfies, they could they could die in the fires literally. She watched with Chloe by her side. Like, what was so bad about the other people? There was like, I mean, who was actually bad? Maybe like Sean Prescott, maybe Frank, and maybe Jefferson, but the rest are like kids, normal people with this Victoria, maybe like a bitch, but that's just too far, man. Then they're not assholes, they're just people with attitudes and stuff and personalities. Doesn't mean they're bad people. That wasn't the present, that was the past, wasn't it? No, hold up. Max hadn't wanted that. She wanted everyone to be safe. Sure you did. That's why you ran the hell away. Real goddamn heroic. Yeah, you didn't check for survivors. Let's read the stuff on the paper. Because you let her bully you, it's called Stockholm Syndrome. Time doesn't heal all wounds, Maxine, you dipshit. Where the hell do you think scars come from? You've left a trail of death and suffering behind you. Do the fucking math, Max. Chloe was after Rachel. You're just a consolation prize. What makes you think this is over? You were glad to find Rachel dead, weren't you? You could have Chloe all to yourself. I had to save Chloe. I had to get her out of there. Because that selfish bitch was worth all of this? We didn't choose for anything to happen. I didn't choose for all of this to happen. You chose to let it happen. You tore that photo. You burned the bridge. I couldn't take it anymore. I was just so tired. Boo fucking who. You could have stopped it, but you didn't. You caused that storm. You let it happen. I didn't know. I didn't choose that. I didn't want to cause that fucking storm. You chose to run away though. Sacrifice Arcadia Bay. Real freaking convenient that it wipes everything that would have caused a problem for you. Everyone. Now you and your precious fucking punk princess can ride off into the sunset like you always wanted. I'm wondering if that nightmare sequence, the last part with the diner, where everyone's like, the words they say seem to be what their souls might be saying or will be saying when the storm actually hits Arcadia Bay. I'm wondering if that segment is actually Max's not predicting, but it's like Max traveled back in time after she sacrificed the bay, and that's like there's a reality in her mind, what we actually went through, whether we actually sacrificed the bay or not. So it's actually an alternate timeline that was in that nightmare. I didn't want all of this, and you don't know everyone's dead. There are survivors. Oh, whatever, cling to that shit. Fine, there were survivors. But there were casualties too. That you caused, that you chose to ignore. But I mean, there's gotta be survivors. Right? Ha, oh sure. What's the difference between half the town being dead and the whole town being dead? You still caused it. You still killed people. I didn't kill anyone. Do you need more psychology lessons from yourself? Denial's a stage of grief, but you're trying to skip all the other steps. Or maybe it's because you just don't give a shit. The past week has torn me into pieces, you monster. Pot meat cattle. Actually, my bad. Pot Mick fucking pot. You got torn into pieces? Are you joking? Did you forget all the rubble you drove through on your way out? All of that power, and instead of saving Arcadia Bay? Oh Chloe, you're my best friend. It's destiny. We're destined to be together. I'll save you from everything. You're my top priority. You're all that matters to me. I mean really. Look, I didn't ask for all this. If it's not destiny, then what would you call it? I'd call it you being so fucking pathetic, so goddamn desperate for attention, that you'll take it from someone who's just been using you this whole time. You two went separate ways. You go to get an education, and what does she do? Obsesses over some attention whore who didn't even love her back. Gee, sound familiar? Then Rachel goes missing, and she finds out you have, like, superpowers, and then suddenly, you're worth her time again? What do you know? What do the fucking math, Max? Chloe was after Rachel, not you. You're just the consolation prize. And you're so damn eager to be that second place that you let all those people die. Wow, that's kind of possibly true, and wow, so dark. It's also possible, but we don't really know. For this selfish, bratty, childish, self-absorbed bitch. Fuck you two deserve each other. Deep down, beneath the red and blue surfaces, you're both the same selfish kids. And even now, after all that, watching Arcadia Bay get ripped to pieces, knowing you saved her life over and over, knowing how much you worked, sacrificed just for her sake, and did she confess anything to you? Huh? Did she even kiss you like you were hoping she would? Hell no, you're so naive and you don't even have the guts to do anything yourself. You keep waiting on her to make the move, like she will, like she gives a rat's ass. We've just been through hell. We need time to deal with. Time? Christ. You need time, huh? That's hilarious coming from you. Time doesn't heal all wounds, Maxine, you dipshit. Where the hell do you think scars come from? And horrors like what you've created, all those dead people, that's a pretty nasty fucking scar you've left. Was it worth being Chloe's consolation prize? Shut up already. Hella powers you had. Destroy the whole town without even trying. Poor thing. Wowzer, right? Why are you doing this? Why won't you leave me alone? Be honest, you were glad to find out Rachel was dead, weren't you? You could have Chloe all to yourself, Supermax to the rescue. Save her life a few times, be a shoulder to cry on. Find out who done it, watch him get a bullet in the brain. That sure make Chloe happy, huh? Don't think she wanted any of this. Chloe didn't want any of this. Like hell she didn't. You had to struggle to convince her not to shoot people how many times? She didn't actually want to shoot anyone. Oh, right. Which is why she kept carrying a fucking gun around all the time. Either way, she was trying to escape that dumpster of a town. She's glad it's gone. Hell, Chloe used to joke about burning Arcadia Bay to the ground. And you managed to actually make that happen for her. Bravo, Maxine. Shut up, that's not how it happened. Just please stop. What if you could have gone back to save Rachel? Maybe you could have. You didn't even fucking try, did you? She needs to have like a photograph of her and Rachel in the same time, same place, I think, for Max to actually go back that far. Like how she went back in time, all those times she had to be in a photograph. It was way more convenient to let that one stay in the past, wasn't it? Fine, it was all Max's fault. Max was a murderer, Max didn't give a crap, Max was selfish, Max abused her powers. That was all in the past, it was done, it was shitty, and Max was shitty. The present, the Max needed to be in the present now. Oh, I thought that was like a voice line. You think it matters what point in time you're in anymore after this? You left me. Us. To die. What do you think happened to the Max that euthanized Chloe? The Maxes that watched Chloe get shredded by a train. What about the Maxes who watched Chloe shoot Frank? The other Maxes who watched David Madsen get shot. The Maxes that Jefferson had his way with. The Maxes Jefferson killed. Hell, you didn't just destroy Arcadia Bay, you just played around with people's lives. You killed yourself too, so many damn times. Jesus. Sadomasochism plus superpowers equals you being fucking psychotic. I don't think she actually knew all this. She didn't actually think it through. I undid all of that. Did you though? Or did you just leave it behind? Either way, Arcadia Bay is gone and you don't seem to give a shit. All of them are bad. That's what I figured. Fuck you, that's not how I feel. You don't know how you feel. And that's the kicker, isn't it? I'm sick of this. I don't have to listen to any more of this bullshit. Oh, doy, of course you don't. That's what's so sad. I'm you, dipshit. You want to listen to this, or else I wouldn't be saying it, would I? How fucking sad. You can't even talk with her about it, so instead you're just yelling at yourself in this hellhole you call a brain. That's why you like that shirt, you know? Yeah, the one you're wearing right now. That's me, you get that, right? That's me reminding you that no matter where you go, death follows. You think it's some coincidence the bitch in the blue hair wears skulls on her shit and bullets around her neck? Maybe we've had it all wrong. Maybe we've had it wrong all along. Maybe Chloe's not the one surrounded by death. Maybe you are, and she's just a catalyst, and you're keeping her around? Wow. What makes you think this is over? It's never over. That's right, it's never. No. I'm so done playing games, I'm done playing with time. Oh really, huh? If you say so. I do say so. You're so naive, Maxine Caulfield. Leave me alone. Please. God, fuck, please just... leave me alone. Please, please. I can't. I didn't want any of this. I just wanted to help. I just wanted to save Chloe. She's all that matters to me. It took all of this crazy shit just to get me to realize it, but... Dude, do not even fuck with her head. Chloe? She knows what we went through together this week, and you don't. Chloe's voice shutting the up by the max, just like before. There's no way you can break up our team. This is reality. Maxine's mind was finally quiet after that. Was it over? Could Max finally wake up? Everything was shaking. Everything was... getting warmer. Finally. Ooh, we're back to reality. The fuck up already, what? Coughing and sputtering, choking. The taste of blood in her mouth, on her lips. Shit, another nosebleed. Jesus fuck, Max. Chloe's voice was desperate, sighing out of relief swears. Oh, thank fuck. Shit. Oh, so many swears. Max propped herself up from the warmth she'd been pressed against. She realized it had been Chloe's lap. The truck had stopped. As Max's eyes readjusted to reality, it was reality this time, right? She noticed that Chloe had pulled them off the highway. Cars were periodically whizzing past on the left. In a daze, Max looked down at herself, realizing splotches of red were all over her clothes. like film melting, bubbling away. Chloe gave Max a brisk shoulder pat of concern. You back with me, Max? Yep. Ugh. Max tried to reply, but her throat caught. She coughed some more. Ow, damn, that hurt. Hey. Chloe whispered shakily, pounding Max's frail back a couple times. Breathe. The forced back patting was hurting more than helping, but Max managed to clear her chest. Max's chest burned, her head was throbbing, she brushed traces of blood on her sleeve. She turned to face Chloe, her sight still a bit fuzzy. Wow, she looks like a mess. And blood on her shirt. Chloe's hair was a mess, her hat off, forehead riddled with acne and sweat. Her eyes were bloodshot, bags hanging under them. Max figured she probably looked even worse. The past day had been rough. You promised me you wouldn't do that shit again. Chloe sighed, her tone mixing relief with fear. Sorry. Not like I chose for it to happen. Max's voice was hoarse. She rubbed at her ribs, her lungs stinging from the coughing. What happened? You didn't screw around with... No. Max said it firmly, shaking her head slowly, carefully. Her head felt wobbly. No, as in no, Chloe, I did not use my rewind. Yeah, I didn't use it. Chloe, I didn't rewind, okay? Prove it. You don't trust me? If something shitty happened and you rewound and you're not telling me? Chloe. Sorry, I believe you. Thanks for the fucking trust. Nah, it's not like that. I just... If your nosebleed shit is because of that rewind, I wouldn't lie to you, Chloe. You're right, sorry. I must sound hella paranoid, huh? She always been paranoid. No more time traveling, I told you, I swear. Not a fan of swears, Max. Sure. You swear like all the time. Yeah, I meant like promise swears. Guess if it's from you, it might mean something, but it does. Well then, it's let's make it not just a normal swear. Pinky swear. Pinky swears are punishable by... Man, her nose is like bleeding a lot. Chloe's attempt at levity was met with Max whimpering as a wave of aching washed over her face, and another dribble of blood slid down her nostril. Sucking in a shaky breath through tightened jaws, Max pressed her palm into her sinuses. The pain quickly subsided, but... Chloe gasped through clenched teeth, scrounging up a steel napkin from the glove compartment before stuffing it in Max's face. Shit. Sorry. Max's tone turned nasally from pinching a musty napkin into her nostril. How long has it been since you last rewound time? Max shrugged up the shoulder that wasn't being used to level a napkin to her nose. I don't know. A day, I guess? Back at the fucking Vortex Club party? Chloe, I'm telling you, this is the longest I've gone without using it. Since you got it. Huh? Well, cause I mean, you lived like 18 years without it. That's true. Okay, shutting up now. Chloe sniffed in a deep breath, gripping her steering wheel tightly. I believe you. The engine was still running. The hum of the truck was more like raspy rumble. Dude, is your nose still... Yep, it's still shit. Max pulled back the red-tipped napkin from her face. She dabbed at her upper lip, confirming that it was slightly damped. She cautiously sniffed, getting a little crab down the back of her throat. Gross. I mean, has the bleeding stopped or... It's still going a little. Shit. Damn, what should I do? Nothing. Go bring her to a doctor. It'll pass. After carefully wiping at her face a bit more, Max finally realized the only blood left over was dry. Chloe drummed her fingers nervously along the steering wheel, watching a van pass by. So... You need a minute or... I'm fine, let's just keep going. Right, sure. Chloe got the truck back on the road. You got drugged, kidnapped, bent space and time just to get my story out of this piece of shit of a town. Watch that piece of shit of a town get torn apart. And now you're covered in your own blood. But you're fine. Okay, I'm not. Max chewed and licked dried blood off her lips warily. Is this notebook shit something I should be worried about? It should be. Maybe. A pulse of pain struck Max right at her sinuses. Ah, still hurts though. Yeah, that's usually a red flag, Sherlock. Yeah, thanks, Watson. Well, is there anything else I should be worried about? I've been talking to myself. I've been murdered with Chloe, haha. Max sucked in a shaky breath through her nose, then exhaled through her slit between her lips. Well, don't leave me hanging here, Max. What's the deal? What's with that look on your face? Look, I don't know. I'm tired. Didn't you literally just take a nap? Yeah, it was a pretty shitty nap, in case you didn't notice. Right, yeah, sorry. My head is still fuzzy. Well, come on, buddo. I'll help you unfuzz it. Chloe could be super sucky at taking a hint. Yeah, true. Max kind of liked that about her. Also, buddo. Max? Chloe was getting a little nervous from Max's silence. Can we try to just not worry about anything right now? When should I worry about all this? When you're taking it seriously. Chloe's voice had cracked slightly, her clear throat tweaking in the position. Oh my god. Her clear throat tweaking the position of her rearview mirror. When your brain hemorrhages, or we've got bigger problems than nosebleeds, Chloe. I should say hemorrhages, so tumor. People are fucking dead. Damn it, Max. Chloe's totally worried about you, and you don't even get to appreciate it. After everything that's happened. Chloe's lip pursed fretfully. She regripped the steering wheel, shuffling her position in her seat. Yeah, you're right. A heavy pause. Did you call Joyce yet? Yeah, Chloe, did you call your mom? Are you mourning about your mom? Do you even care about your mom? She loves you so much. But she hasn't really shown it much. Max was desperately wishing she could shake the bitchiness off her tone. Not yet. She She called you? So she's live? When did she call you? This morning. I don't... What? You didn't pick it up? Oh my god. You just ran away from your mom? Oh my god, I can't believe it. Well, like, in the perspective of the writers, Joyce is still alive. That's the thing, like, did Max and Chloe even attempt to search for survivors? Because if they just left the town, I assume everyone died. You need to call her. Yeah, you need to call your mom, man. Chloe, you seriously need to, like, call her. She's gotta be really worried about you. And her house is probably destroyed, and she probably needs you. Oh, tell me shit I don't know, Sherlock. Sorry. And how about your parents, Max? Your parents are still alive, your family's still alive. Oh my god. It's elementary, Watson. Yeah, does like Max return to her family in Seattle? I don't believe she'll just run away from her family. Why? I mean, maybe she needs some time to like rethink things, but she has to go back to them. Maybe Chloe can live with her? Your mom loves you. Yeah. She's put up with so much shit. I know. She has. You're right. Chloe caught Max's impatient glare and she defensively lashed out. I don't see you fucking checking in either, Max. Oh my god. Max steamed through her nose. After everything, Chloe's still being such a freaking child. Yep. Always with the redirects, always buffering shit off her, projecting it on someone else. It always was someone else with her. At the same time, Chloe was right. Max had yet to call her folks either, or anyone really. Her phone had blown up with texts and missed calls which were all ignored. She was afraid. She was terrified. She didn't want to know who made it out, and who didn't. She wasn't ready for all that dark news. Not yet. It was all her fault after all. In a stroke of sympathy, Chloe seemed to pick up on Max's downtrodden vibes. Sorry. Chloe breathed out the words, shaving the edge off her tone. Chloe took in a deep breath through her nose, then scratched at her jaw a bit. Just having trouble wrapping my brain around all this crazy shit. Max is having more trouble, I think. Chloe, this is some seriously crazy shit. I'm having trouble with it too. Right. No, I know. I didn't mean to. Shit. It's okay. We're in this together now. Hells yeah, we are. Chloe nodded, and Max nodded with her. Silence fell over them for a moment. I could call them for you. Huh? Your parents? Yeah. Chloe nodded to herself, her hands flicking around with an eager attempt to alleviate things. Let me call them, give them a heads up that we're on our way. That's nice. I could totally cover for you. You, hit your head or something. Chloe sighed, tilting up her wrist before letting it smack back against the steering wheel. Max's bloodshot eyes were giving Chloe a disparaging look. I get it, okay? You must be hella fried right now. I know I don't really have a right to say it, but I'm hella freaking here too. Chloe's voice was shaking a little, like it did the night before in the rain. Max's nose wrinkled, her brows curved, her eyes flickered on the edge of tears. An entire town got destroyed because of them. They'd have to live with that, carry that. Hella fried, and hella freaking probably summed it up well enough. It's over. That was the one solace she could find right then. Chloe's head tilted slightly, curiously, then she redirected her attention back on the road. Maxine continued rubbing her fingers at her nose, dusting off the caked droplets of blood that lingered. It's all fucking over. How am I? All those people and what? I couldn't not, but what if? How was I supposed to choose? Max's brain was tumbling a load of dirty, filthy, self-deprecating thoughts in a wash of cleansing realization that she was selfish. After all of her big talk and big thoughts of saving Arcadia Bay, okay Max, slow down. Max could pick up a hint of doubt in Chloe's voice that, okay, whoa, I don't know how to handle it if you lose your shit, cause my shit's already losing right now, kind of feeling. Don't overthink this, shit happens. Both kind of, not this kind of shit. Shit happens. Animals don't just die like that, Chloe. You saw the whales and the birds and the tornado was coming. I knew the tornado was coming the whole time. I could have warned everyone. Yeah, you could have warned everyone. When you went up to the lighthouse, everyone evacuate or something. Oh, that's another thing that you kind of... I could have warned everyone. I could have stopped it from happening. Max sucked in a fierce breath on the verge of hyperventilating as her mind ran circles around itself. Instead, you just focus on trying to impress Chloe. Shut up, go away. Shit happens? Max's intonation grew more desperate. Rewinding time, watching her to know that you caused destroy all the people that... Max choked on a sob, covering her mouth as if to prevent the guilt from leaking out. Chloe bit her lips, eyes wide, fingers slowly drumming along the wheel. I like how this actually describes how Chloe would act, kind of awkward and trying to joke on the situation and finding trouble consoling Max, because I would say Chloe isn't the most sensitive friend you could have. I mean, she isn't a bad person, but it's just how people's personality is. She could try to be more sensitive and more empathetic. I don't know, empathy is something that some people have and some people don't. But it's something you could try to build. It's what separates, like psychopaths, they have zero empathy. That's why they can kill people. That kind of thing. People like Jefferson, I guess, that makes them bad people. But you can train yourself to build on empathy the same way you can train yourself to lose empathy and become apathic. You didn't know how things were going to turn out. Even if that storm happened because you fucked with time, how the hell do you know if you could have stopped it all? What if going back to the beginning? What if that would have still counted as, screwing up with the shit? Yeah, that's the thing, if you go back in time to let Chloe die, you're still technically going back in time. What if the very first time you rewound to save me? What if That sealed it. What if all that shit was gonna happen either way, right? You don't know. I guess that's one positive way to put it, like, it was all gonna happen anyway, there's nothing you can have changed. You can't stop a goddamn tornado, Max, even with your rewind. Max wanted to let Chloe's story make things feel better. It did not make things feel better. I couldn't stop fucking anything with my rewind. Just stop the assholes that killed Rachel. I guess that's one thing you can bring. That killed Kate, that were ruining people's lives, and you stopped them. Didn't stop them soon enough. That kind of defeats the point of time travel, doesn't it? Look, okay, but you did stop me from dying. The thing what I like about the sacrifice Chloe ending is, although Chloe died, we still brought justice to people like Nathan and Jefferson and Kate. Like, I think Nathan, in the end, he got the help he needed. Kate didn't die, and Jefferson was stopped before he could do anything else to the other girls. So I think this is better, even if you lose your best friend. You saved other people, so not just like in terms of not letting them die in a tornado, but they'll make their lives better. Look, okay, but you did stop me from dying. You tried, okay, you did your best, and I didn't do my best. And after everything that happened, I'm still here, you're still here. We're still together. This is some fucking fated to be shit right here. And I freaking promise you, we were always gonna be together from now on, so... Thought you didn't like promises. Yeah, but I really mean it, okay? Chloe Solo, trailing off. They were getting back on the highway. We promise? Chloe, are you... sticking around because she has to? She's obligated to. Why would you promise something so extreme? Huh? Dude, you saved my fucking life. I kinda owe you one. See? Obligation. A few seconds slipped by. Chloe cleared her throat, then turned on the radio. She bitched under her breath about how her station wasn't coming in, then gave up. Chloe plugged in her phone into the speakers and played a track that was familiar. This old tune they both recognized, faintly familiar, was apparently a fine alternative. A possible second place runner-up, consolation prize. You hungry? Are you? Of course, Chloe's always hungry. I don't know. Why? Are you hungry? I am. Hella freaking hungry, Max. How are you not? A lot on my mind. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But come on, we haven't eaten all day. We woke up like 3 hours ago. 3 hours of starvation. Fine, yeah. I guess we could spare a minute to eat. Oh yes, we could spare the time to eat, like sustain our human bodies. Alright, okay. Max smirked with nostalgia. Man, I forgot how bitchy you get when you're hungry. Remember it, sister. Let's go get some food. Yes, I want an argument. Hey, that wasn't an argument. Food. Max and Chloe both sighed in sync, pleasantly, wistfully. Then the silence settled in, the looming, pressing silence. The song Chloe played was a sudden aching the corners of Max's mind. Then she needed the conversation to keep going somewhere, anywhere. It was like the moment Chloe stopped talking, Max was alone again with herself. Am I really that bad? Fuck off. Unsure of how to keep the conversation going, Max planted her head against the window again. Yeah, Max is going through some psychological shit in her head. She sighed a cloud of vapor onto the glass, watching it quickly vanish. Maxine then let the calming music, now spilling from the radio, fill the pores of her brain for a minute or two as Chloe took them down a highway ramp. They stopped at a crowded red light. Max's cold fingertips were startled by a stroke of warmth. Yeah. Chloe had briefly squeezed her hand while waiting for lights to change. Their hands lingered loosely together for a couple of seconds. Max glanced at Chloe, who occupied with her rear view mirrors. The delicate contact easily disconnected as Chloe took the steering wheel again. Max scanned Chloe's profile. Chloe opened her mouth as if to speak, then didn't. They're so awkward. Their facial expressions. This happened the second time as she made a turn. That kind of stuff because they can't like console each other physically because they're driving. What? Swallowing saliva to wet her throat, Max watched Chloe's brows raise slightly, then furrow. Huh? Nothing. Chloe shook her head slightly, then pulled them into a parking lot. It was some kind of trucker diner. Max's stomach lurched, flashes of two wheels exploding, pulled apart. The people inside, all around, all hurting. Joyce had been stuck in that place all night. Frank and Warren too. None of them deserved to sit through that. Hope you're in the mood for greasiest burgers and thickest dick. Oh my god, milkshakes. Chloe had grunted the words playfully, switching off the ignition. Max was so familiar with Chloe's voice by now that she could smell the desperation. Chloe was trying to get things back into their Max and Chloe good times vibe. Too soon, man, too soon. She'd even wait. The thickest dick was a bit... Chloe really was just making crap up now. She was nervous, huh? Well, at least Chloe was trying. Chloe rubbed Max's left shoulder roughly, pinching it in a way that hurt a bit. You've earned some comfort food, am I right? Yeah, I guess food can make you smile. Chloe popped open the driver's side door, flipping her legs out and springing upright.